when it comes to building the personal brand, let's say start with Twitter and Instagram. It's like sharing. When people say document your journey, I'll give you an example. It's really hard to. The reason why I'm struggling right now is maybe because I didn't eat, but also it's just something that comes with reps. And I hate to say that, but it took me like years to finally hone in on what my personal brand was. And I don't even have to think of it anymore because a personal brand should just be you. It should literally just be you. It should just encompass your life, like your thoughts, your opinions, what you're like as a person, your interests, etc. Like that's what really your personal brand is. It's nothing too technical. It's just like you showcase what's you on the inside in a way. So building the personal brand takes reps. So you're just gonna have to do imperfect action and post content that you think might stick, might not stick. But even then, bro, you need to not be attached to the outcome. Just put it out there. Be proud of the fact that you put something out there. Let me show you. So with this guy's personal brand, for example, he is telling a story. So I find with content, if you're really stuck on what to post as content, there's like usually three that come to mind. Value, where you're given value, you're given source, you're given game. It doesn't matter how good the value is, like at least you're sharing something, right? Again, imperfect action, just put something out there. So something of value, any tips that you have, you could write a thread, anything of value. Next thing is a story. So telling a personal story about yourself or something that happened recently, and then like what sort of lessons you learned from it. So for example, if we go to back to this guy, one of his pin posts is how he made over 1 million by the age of 20. Here's what he learned, a thread, etc. And then the third one would be like day to day. So I want to call it day to day slash proof. So for example, this is like a day to day one where it's not quite value. Well, it kind of is value, kind of story, but it kind of doesn't fit in. It's just what you're doing in the moment, basically. Literally what you're doing in the moment, or like an update. So this guy's literally just talking about how he moved into a new house. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy like that. Just literally say what you're doing. This is a this is value. This is kind of like value and story. This is story. This is like anything outside of that. So something random. But I find it's better to just put what's on your mind and you don't have to be don't be so strict on fucking okay, is this a value post or a story post? Just put something out there and then it's gonna fall into its own category. But the thing I'm trying to say is this stuff is only gonna make sense if you actually build the reps. Let me show you another example. Let me Bolo Scout. This guy is one of the best examples ever in the history of personal brands, bro. If you don't know anything, if you don't know what to post, study this guy. And I actually used to work with him. He's killing it. So this time last year, he was just getting started on his personal brand. Like I literally saw the growth in real life. So he went from construction, Ireland, 9 to 5 job, just got into setting recently or online sales. And then now he's like popping off on Twitter. He's doing sales. He's working for one of like the best communities or programs out there in sales. And he's just made a ton of connections. So if your goal, bro, is make connections and do this, because he's done all these three. He's attracted like-minded people for sure. He's had people in his DMs asking him for help and inspired by the fact it's possible. And then also it's gotten him, he's built his network. Like he's been able to get on offers because of this or meet like high-level people. All because he was consistent. All because, and for example, if you don't know what to post, let this be the perfect example. Just, okay, what did he do yesterday? How much did he make? How much commission? Thoughts, goals. Like it's just like this is what I did yesterday. This is how I feel about it. That's cool. Slap on an image of a Rolls Royce. This is the same post that he's been posting for the past year. It's just the only difference now, he's achieved a lot more now compared to last year. Like, but before though, it was like this used to be something like another example: 500 DMs a day, 8+ calls on the calendar. Did this, did this, did this. Cool, done. A year ago, it used to be like got like booked 2 interviews today, feeling nervous but excited. Um, Managed to do it via Twitter outreach. Like it's literally the boring stuff, but he's just saying what he does. And then he's like, let's work, man. Like his thing is like, well, let's work, cheese. So you're literally, it's so simple. You just say what you're doing and then put it out there. And if you just be consistent with it, you're gonna find people are actually gonna be interested. And you're actually gonna build a following. And then people will see this is what documenting the journey looks like, bro. Is you're literally just you document the journey. You say what you're doing in real time. Maybe throw in some value, some stories here and there to make things interesting. Nothing, there's no bad post. Post something goofy, I don't know, something. And then just be consistent with it. Be consistent with it, be consistent with it. And then you're gonna slowly start attracting like-minded people. Like even I'm not fucking consistent with my Twitter. I know I could be, but I'm dialing on Instagram and YouTube. So before I don't even think about this anymore. I just post what I like. I just post what's on my mind. Yeah, I just post what's on my mind. Like again, Bolo, Scout. He's just saying how much he earned. Cool, nice aesthetic post. Cool. I reached 4.5K impressions with that. Just talked about my Stripe account because it got locked back last year. When I hit 2,000 subs, this stuff. Yeah, story post. Repost. And if you don't know what else to post like that day, just repost. So Twitter, bro, not to bring it back down to earth, it might be better for you. With IG, I use my IG in a certain way. I kind of just, and it might not work for you, but with my IG, I just use it to, I don't know, it's just me. It's like my digital resume. I just post about my lifestyle, have nice photos, just because I use my IG slightly differently to maybe, let's say, something like my Twitter or YouTube. Because my IG, yes, I'm posting stuff about business on my story, but that's about the most business stuff you're gonna get or student wins. I use it more for meeting new people, like-minded people, networking, etc. Yeah, but for you, I think imperfect action. I think a action step for you this week, Dragos, is to start posting again, and then as you post, just post it here, put like the link, or say what you posted, and then we'll give feedback on it. But I want you to be consistent with it
Yeah.
because
I'm
it's
thinking
really
about,
fucking hard. I'm sorry, bro. This is not the best answer, but it's really fucking hard to put into words. You can only know by doing reps with it.
yeah, fact. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
Twitter that, Twitter is for like Americans and they do stay on Twitter like we do in Romania on Facebook, you know? So I'm thinking about if I'm posting in Romania and I'm writing in Romanian, people are not gonna see my content. So the only option I think, I don't know, what's your opinion? I should post on like writing on English, writing in English there, because I don't know if there are so many Romanians on Twitter that will maybe find my account. And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Maybe. So I'm gonna say first. I'm gonna be honest. It might be a bit of a limiting belief, but it's not completely wrong. Because while there might not be very many Romanians on Twitter, first of all, we need to test that, right? Right now, it's just a
yeah,
theory, like, but we don't actually know that because we haven't done it. So, A, it might be a theory. It's just a theory, and it's probably not, it's not a fact. And then also, even if there's not many Romanians on Twitter, like the ones that are on Twitter, though, you're gonna be targeting them, you're gonna reach them, and they're gonna be like the like-minded people that you're trying to attract. Because like, why are they on Twitter? Most likely it's because of business, for example. If you reach those type of Romanians who are on Twitter, they're probably going to be more similar to you, and that's your whole goal at the end of the day, bro. Like it's the quality of Romanians you're going to attract is going to be higher anyway because you're reaching the type of people who are on the app for the same reason as you. And
yeah,
then in terms of whether you should go with English or Romanian, You could go two ways. You could stick purely to Romanian and then go with that route of attracting pure Romanians on Twitter
Yeah.
and then building
Mhm.
it like going for more like quality instead of quantity. Or you could start with English and then like you're gonna attract more quantity, different types of people, and then when some Romanians, because you're gonna attract some Romanians regardless, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in English and you attract a bunch of people, and then they know that you're from Romania as well, they can relate to that. So that builds rapport, and
Yeah.
then you can build your connections there. So I think the second one's better because you're starting big and then ending small. But
Mhm.
you could try out either way, or you could do a bit of both, like English and Romanian, because I think that make things interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know an appointment setter from Instagram that is Romanian and he's working for Bastian Slot.
Yep.
And the guy was posting some content on IG and he was making some great money. And now he just ended his personal brand for I don't know what reason, but he was just posting content and he was working.
Yep. Yeah. So why not model that? You could potentially model that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. Does that help? Because I don't know if that's a good
it does. It does. It really does. It really does.
yeah, it's just
Thank you. Thank
I gotta tell you guys, yeah, and you guys probably got brain rot after, but I gotta tell you guys, when it comes to a personal brand, there's nothing it's not, it's almost like it can't be learned. Like there's so much theory. Only you can do all the theory in the world. You can do like your build your character, do this and this, like plan out your posts. But it gets to we want to get it to the point where it just almost feels natural in a way, and then naturally your thoughts are gonna come out, your your opinions are gonna come out, your personality is gonna come out. You can't fucking script personality. It just doesn't work like that. You just exist. You just your personality is your personality, right? And that only happens by doing the reps and putting out content, even if it sucks in your mind, because it probably doesn't suck, but to you it might suck. But just putting it out there regardless, and then you're gonna find your flow and it's gonna click. And then just being consistent, you know. And if all else fails, just put something out of value that might help even one person. Because people you get by giving. Does that make sense, guys? Quite a
you.
yap session there.
Yes. Yes.